Hello, everyone. You are watching live here on the. Oh, there we are. Hello, welcome. You're watching live here in the Avon Collective. Thank you so much for coming on in. My name is Daniel Cabrera. I am a five-star ambassador, Avon ambassador for over 10 years, and I am the administrator and host of the group here, the Avon Collective. I thank you and welcome you all to coming on in. Sorry, we just wanted to make sure I got the last little bit of things ready for you because I literally put the final touches on these slides in the last, I guess, half hour because we did kind of go overboard in terms of the, let's see here. Did I go live in the right thing here? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I'm just waiting for some viewers to pop on in and say hello here. I want to make sure it works before I get going here. So it looks like it is working. Yes. Cool. I want to make sure it works. Yep. Okay, awesome. It works. So I see Ellen has joined. Welcome, welcome. How are you? But here we are here on the Avon Collective Awards. So this is the second year I'm doing this. It's just to gather engagement from not just you, our wonderful Avon ambassadors here, the great Avon family that's a part of the group, but not just me being able to have the platform to be able to honor you guys, but your peers voted. Okay, so we had voting go on during this month, and these are all results of those who participated in the voting. So I'm excited to share that with you once again here this year. And then as soon as we're done with the awards, I'm going to talk just a brief little bit about what we just watched if on Avon Kickoff. So we'll get to that at the end, okay? But I want to focus on the task at hand here, and that's the Avon Collective Awards show. And I am going to share my screen with you as you see here. So thank you for watching. I am on my desktop sharing the screen here. So we're just going to go ahead and move along here as we recognize the Avon Collective group members here in the group. So first thing is award rules. So again, this is not an official Avon sponsored event. This is just something that I like to do, or that I'm doing here in the Avon Collective for a way for us to be engaging and, celebrating those peers around us who are amazing at what they do every single day, sharing the beauty of sharing with Avon, sharing Avon products, being able to get out there, do their thing, being consistent at what they do to be successful in their Avon businesses, achieving goals, achieving incentives, all that good stuff. So this is just something that I like to do here in the group to get my group members engaged. Those of you who won last year are not eligible for the same award this year. That's okay though. You could still win other categories, but you will become eligible again next year for those of you who won the same an award last year. You'll be eligible for that same category next year, and then anyone who wins today, of course, same thing. If you are one of the winners, that same category can't win next year. It'll be someone else. So give everybody a fair chance here. And so you'll notice that with the awards this year. But hey, we had some surprises. I mean, when I was watching the results come in over the voting period, it's always interesting to see what starts off as the favorites, what starts off getting the votes, and then what comes from behind and wins the race. So there are no prizes or gifts of any kind associated with the TAC Awards, the Avon Collective Awards. You are just simply being recognized by your peers for your contributions to the Avon Collective as well as Avon as a whole. So again, just repeating what I said earlier with that. So congrats to everyone ahead of time. But we're going to go ahead and go through a few things here first, just some demographics. First of all, I can tell you last year I had 30 votes. This year I only had 18. So the numbers are a little lower, unfortunately, and that's pretty depressing considering we have over 1,100 members of this group. Just going to put it out there and be straightforward with it. I wish that more of you could have jumped in to participate with the voting. It was open for 10 days. I know that the voting window was smaller than last year, but 10 days is still a good amount of time. So, that's more than a week. I'll try to do a little better with maybe at least a couple of weeks next year, but we did have 10 days, so that did play a part in why we had less participation. But nevertheless, this is how the participants leveled out here based on how they finished in 2025. A third of you that responded are ambassadors, followed by a second place tie between platinum and 10-star ambassadors. 5-star ambassadors followed that, followed by diamond, and we didn't have any elite ambassadors participate in the voting this year. So either you exceeded and went to diamond, or you didn't quite get to elite. So one of the two there might have happened. But nevertheless, one category left out this year, whereas every sales level had at least one participant last year. So that's how it broke down. And oh my goodness, well, I guess we're going to get right into it. We're going to go with the categories here. Before we get to the personal awards, I want to share the product awards. We had a tie. Okay, we had a tie for best new bath and body launch, and even though one of these was one that I selected, I did not want to be the tiebreaker and say that only one was going to get it, because I actually love both of these. So co-champions of the bath and body launch, best new bath and body launch for 2025 was the Skin So Soft Calming Lavender from early in the year, campaign 6, and then the Skin So Soft Plus Hydroplenish with Hyaluronic Acid collection that came out in campaign 17, I believe. So two fantastic Skin So Soft launches in 2025. We had another one that didn't quite make the grade on the votes, but and I can tell you that the voting, I'll go back to my other screen here that you can't see for just a second. The voting on the, let's see, where is it? Bath and Body. Okay. The third place finisher was actually the Senses Bubble Bath and Body Scrub New Scents. A lot of people loved them. I include myself included. That actually finished third. So it was a pretty even voting on that. So congrats to Skin So Soft. I mean, they reign supreme, don't they? Let's go on to the next one. The next one should be the best new skincare launch. And there it is. This, by far, had a lot of votes. The new Ultimate Multi-Performance Eye Patches. They were out of stock after we first launched them in campaign 19. They were out of stock for a couple months before we could get more, and they're back now in case you haven't been paying attention. They've been back for about a week or more. So go stake your claim. The eye patches are back. Let your customers know that I had purchased them before and they ran out. They are back. So the skincare launch there, multi-performance eye patches. I'm going to go over to my other screen and let you know what finished so for beyond that. So let me tell you this. The winner here, the eye patches, had 44.4% of the vote. There were 6 items up for grabs on the skincare product question. So the multi-performance eye patches by far leaps and bounds was number one. There was a tie for second, a very distant second at 16.7%, and that was a tie between, which was a surprising tie to me, the Beyond Glow Lip Serum Color Shift Tinted Lip Care, as well as the Beyond Glow Sun Care Collection. Both of those tied for second. Now, a new clinical line eraser with retinol eye cream finished third, 11.1%, and a tie with the Beyond Glow Centella collection, which also got 11% there. So the only one that didn't get a vote in that category was the Beyond Glow Fruit Infused Cleansers, and I think that's because not enough people tried them. So I challenge you to try the Fruit Infused Cleansers this year. You're going to love them because I do. Not just because I do, but you will love them. But yeah, for a while, the retinol eye cream was a little higher than that, but it fell in the voting. So the Beyond Glow fans stepped up there to push it into second, but they nobody could catch the eye patches. So congrats to Anu, the eye patches number one skincare product of 2025, according to you. Next up is the best new makeup launch. I tried my best to find a better picture in very limited time, but I really couldn't. But you get the idea. The Go by Glimmer collection. Yes, I did throw in the new the eyeshadow that just came out currently in campaign two. But I mean, it is a collection of three things now, so we might as well honor the whole thing there. So we got of course, the lip product there. I forget the name, the specific name of it, but you get it. You get it. The Go by Glimmer has been very popular. It's multitasking makeup, which is a trending thing that started. You know, we had this come out in campaign three of last year. The items there on the outside, that is, and then we just added the eyeshadow and blush multi makeup product just now. So the Go by Glimmer line is growing. And then just a little tidbit from what we just saw on Avon Kickoff. They intend to continue to grow this brand, Go by Glimmer. So look for more launches in the future. But definitely a great product. And then as far as voting on this with makeup, a third of you felt that Go by Glimmer was the best, so that is a 6 out of 18. That's a pretty solid response out of just 18 people. There was a five-way tie for second at 11.1%, so this was really spread out. There's no need to mention all the rest of the categories or the things here, but pretty much everything else was an FMG product. You got, the foundation was in there. In fact, the foundation was part of that tie, but the concealer was not. The lip butter cream, the plush lip oil, the liquid blush, even the primer, the gripping primer. Everybody liked something here, but by far, Go by Glimmer was the best, according to you. All right, moving forward to fragrance. Anybody want to take a stab at what the best new fragrance was? I think there was a lot of launches this year in fragrance in 2025. I should say last year, but I think that a lot of you were very excited for that. And let me just pull up this live video again here because for some reason, oh, that's why. Let me go back here, pull up the live, if I can. No, that ain't it. Oh. Go back here. Oh, yeah, there we go. It was a long kickoff, right, Ellen? It was supposed to be 2 hours. It went almost 2.5. The snow in South Jersey, yep, that's coming. We're waiting for ice here in Atlanta. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Karen. Let's see here. Okay, that's all I got for comments. Okay, cool. Well, here we go. Let's go into the fragrance. There you go. Mesmerize Aqua, the biggest men's fragrance launch in years. And honestly, it's a relaunch because it used to be called True Gent Blue. It's the same fragrance under a new name and new packaging. Wonderful scent. Immediate sales. I sold how many of these bottles? I think I've sold a dozen already since it launched. So it's been an incredible launch for everyone, and me included. Mesmerize Aqua, the top fragrance of 2025, according to all of us here in the Avon Collective. Voting for fragrance looked as follows. So 22.2%. Mesmerize Aqua actually had a bigger chunk of the pie to start with, but it started to shrink as more people voted. So second place is going to shock you. Well, maybe not. Actually, this was a very nice fragrance, and I'm very surprised it got second, but it is definitely deserving of it. The Wild Country for Her Boot Decanter, the Wild Country for Her fragrance got second. in the voting. And beyond that, it was a pretty spread out thing for Rare Pink Sapphire, Faraway Moroccan Nights, the Live Out Loud Retro Sun, as well as Clementine and Poppy Layered. So, um, but yeah, so that is how fragrance broke down, but Mesmerize Aqua well deserving of getting the honor of being the best fragrance launch of 2025. Um, Now then, let's see. Tracy says, kind of bummed that Alpha disappeared. Yeah, I am too. I still have a few bottles. Anybody that needs them, I still have some sitting here. I got my own bottle that I've, been using. I love the smell of Alpha. It does smell good, and I know a lot of people loved it, and they did bring it back by popular demand when it did start popping up in the book again, but now it's disappeared again, and I don't know if it's coming back or what's going on. But I am going to talk to Ray and find out, see if I can figure out what's going to happen there. But I would like to see some new innovation with men's fragrances instead of relaunches, if I'm being honest. I am happy that Mesmerize Aqua is here because that fragrance should never have went away when it was named the other name. But I get why they had to do it. For legal purposes, they had to get rid of the name, the product entirely. But and just they relaunched it under another name, and it's honestly been in the works for quite a while because he knows that it was a top selling product that he wanted to bring back, and they finally found a way to do it with the Mesmerize brand. So happy about that. But maybe we'll see if Alpha can come back. That would be great. But I would like to see some new men's fragrances, like brand new, come back or come out rather. So. All right, so moving forward here. So we're going to get into the individual awards. Are you ready? All right, so the biggest Avon accomplishment. Oh, that's towards the end. Okay, cool. We will get to that. I was like, wait a minute, did I forget one? No, I did not. All right, so here we go. Our most inspiring member of the group is Modupe Armoire. Congratulations, Modupe from Maryland, the state of Maryland. She's also waiting the snow and the ice. She's a little disappointed that there's less snow coming now and more in the way of ice. But it's going to be a huge winter storm impacting so many of us in the country. So just be careful this weekend, folks. Be safe. Stock up on things if you haven't already. Prepare for power outages and just stay home. Stay off the roads. It's safer that way. And we'll get through it. So anyway, back to this. Congrats, Madupe. You are the most inspiring Avon Collective ambassador of 2025. And of course, this was an award won by Timothy Brown in 2024. Of course, he wasn't eligible for this specific award this year, but he will be next year. But it's okay. We still found a way for Tim to win, didn't we, folks? The most engaging representative, or ambassador, sorry. There we go, with still saying representative. Timothy Brown. He is our most engaging ambassador here in the Avon Collective group. Congrats, Tim. Another winner. So another winner for my brother from another mother. So Tim got the votes there. And by the way, I didn't go over the voting with the other things here. Let me go back here. Oh, so as far as most inspiring, Modupe did get a majority of the vote there. There was a three-way tie for second. Jamil Kidd, you were winning the whole way until Modupe's fans came in and voted for her. So I was really rooting for you too, because you were definitely looking like you were going to win this award. But hey, better luck next year, right? Second place was a tie between Jamil Kidd as well as Belle and Julio Hernandez and Vivian Paul. Vivian Paul has always been inspiring through everything that's going on with her personally and still pushing through to make her sales happen. So that is how the voting turned out for inspiring. And then, of course, for our most engaging, Timothy Brown, pretty much a runaway. Although I tell you what, Timothy Brown fans came in towards the end because Tracy, you were in line to win this. You did finish second with a strong showing, 27.8%. In fact, you were 2 votes shy of a tie. So, but yeah, that's sometimes that's how it goes. But hey, congrats. This was actually really good. Ellen, you finished third on the list. For the engaging award. Let's see, what do we got next? Our best Skin So Soft ambassador. Tim, it can't be you this year. You won it last year, hands down. But we also did have a very solid winner this year for that. And who was it? Jeff Massey, who happens to be a member of Timothy Brown's group. So, Jeff, congratulations. You are the 2025 Best Skin So Soft ambassador. So there you go. Jeff won with a whopping 55.6% of the vote. And in second, a distant second, was Paula Barrero at 16.7%. So that's how the voting went there. It was all Jeff Massey all the time on that question there, on that for that award. So congrats, Jeff. Yes, absolutely, Ellen. Yes, you, Tracy. Yes, you were just 2 votes shy. It was so close. You were winning, and then Timothy took it. All right, so Jeff, congrats to you again. What do we got next here? Is there another award? Oh, yes. So we did ask a question here. Now, we did have best, last year it was called, let me find it here. I'll tell you what it was called. I had changed the name of it because I made it to where instead of being favorite Avon moment, I changed that completely to be called most impactful event because it just seemed more appropriate for all of the selections in the voting. So for most impactful event in 2025, the by far 2/3 of you, that is, what is that, 12? Yeah, I guess so. 12 of the 18 responses voted for one of these impactful events. And the number one event that was most impactful for those of you last year was Michael Sengstack's departure. So I know this affected a lot of us personally, as far as just, we love Michael. He's been part of Avon for a quarter century. He is such a big part of it. Hearing his voice coming onto the stage and saying, "Hello, Avon!" He's such an awesome guy, so much energy, so much engagement, loves all of the ambassadors, and it's such a shame that he is no longer with Avon. So he's still around in social media doing his thing, but he's just no longer with Avon, the company that I feel he defined in this century. I mean, he was such a big part of it, and we all miss him dearly. So, Michael, maybe not the award you want to win, but we just want you to know that you were definitely most impactful for us because we loved you and we loved everything you did for us. So from that angle, thank you again, and you deserve an award just for being you and for doing everything that you've done for us with Avon over the last 25 years. So yeah, we definitely missed him today, right? This was the first big Avon event without Michael Sengstack, Avon kickoff today. So his departure was definitely very noticeable. But yeah, Michael Sengstack's departure was the most impactful event of 2025 for us. A lot of people voting on that with their emotions, understandably. The closest thing that even came close, if there was anything close, was Avon Connect in Vegas, which took second at 16.7%. there. So nobody voted for Connect on the Road, which was interesting. Although the other events or the other things did get some votes, like Kickoff and the Beauty Mastery classes, as well as the ACE Awards, which, by the way, is next in 30 minutes. So that was that. So let's take a look at some biggest accomplishments from you. Though these are all verbatim, okay? Verbatim that you wrote, and I picked most of them except for the couple of smartass or negative ones that were posted in there by someone who still has access to the group that shouldn't be in the group. But her name is Jennifer, and you probably know who and she used to go by a profile on Facebook, maybe she still does, as Lord and Taylor. But anyway, I know who she is. I know she still gets access to the group somehow, either through another profile or somebody else, but she has and I don't even think she's with Avon anymore. She's just obsessed with trying to get under my skin all the time. She's one of the leftover people from all of the people that left Avon over a year ago. But anyway, moving away from that, we want to talk about accomplishments. So $1,600 in sales increase over 2024. That is awesome. And even more awesome, a $3,000 sales increase over 2024. So very good. Congrats to you guys who said that. I invested in an LABC as a co-owner this fall. And just so we're clear, Avon hasn't made any official announcement, but they have started some kind of deal where they're experimenting, at the very least, in opening LABCs. So there were two that opened last year, as was pointed out by Lisa Maldonado during Avon Kickoff, where one of them had an ambassador earning platinum ambassador level. Um, but it costs money to buy a licensed Avon Beauty Center from Avon. And then, of course, you have to run it exactly to a T the way they want it to be run. So there's a lot of red tape through it, but it can be done. I don't have any details or information on how you can open or obtain or apply for a license, Avon Beauty Center, LABC, but that's something that you may want to reach out to your account executive about, that they can try to help you with, because they would have information on that. I would imagine I would start there rather than just trying to email the office of the president or whatever you want to do. I would start with your AE, move up the ladder, and go from there. So but yes, LABCs, it's not like they're opening up everywhere or anything like that. It's definitely a sophisticated process. So if you're very serious about it, talk to your account executive. Um, I did a fundraiser for the Reagan Library and donated products to a women's shelter. That is awesome. So first of all, fundraiser, that's great. That's raising money for a nonprofit in most cases. And then donating products to women's shelter, that's awesome as well. And donating products either out of your own pocket, or maybe you run a fundraiser and have customers buy product um, that that maybe they're going to turn around and donate to your cause. So that's awesome. Great job there. Great way to give back to the community. Making 10-star ambassador. Awesome. Congratulations to you. Stepping out of my comfort zone, doing videos, and being accepted into Avon Creative Collective program. I think I know who wrote that. In fact, I could actually go back and look if I wanted to, but I have a pretty good idea who wrote that, because I know who is a part of the collective, for the creative collective, I should say. So, yes, congrats to you. And more info on the creative collective in a moment. Keeping my customers happy with Avon while dealing with breast cancer and chemo. Let me tell you, you are stronger than anyone else watching or listening or even in this group, because going through what you're going through takes a lot. You're dealing with cancer. You're trying your best to get ahead of it, to beat it, to eradicate it. And then you're going through chemo, which is no walk in the park at all. Kudos to you. for keeping on pushing and making it happen for your customers. That is awesome. That to me is the best one on here, if you ask me. I mean, there's a lot of great ones on here. Not to you know, not to rain on anyone else's accomplishment, but that to me really stood out, and I was just like, wow, when I saw that. Um, Ellen said that was surprising today. Do you know where the new stores are? Yeah, it was surprising, right? I was surprised that she talked about that, LABCs. But I know one of them is in Louisiana, and it's run by what is her name? Vicky Markle. She's one of them. I don't know who the other one is, but I know Vicky Markle's one of them. Um, all right, and then yeah. So back to this, just dealing with cancer and chemo. I don't want to talk really too much about something that I found out this week but I'll just briefly mention my best friend who has liver cancer found out that it's spreading into um, into another part of the body. I think it's called the what is I forget what it's called, it's spreading, and basically the chemo is not working like they had hoped, and he's got more options, but options and time could be running out, and I just don't want that to happen. It's just terrible. Um, but prayers, prayers, prayers. Asking for those from all of you, and I appreciate all of that. Prayers from my best friend Jason Mans for dealing with what he's dealing with cancer. So hopefully he can get back on track and beat this thing. I'm going to stay positive with it. And that goes for anybody who's dealing with this beast called cancer. So, um, you know, just keep fighting, keep staying positive, don't ever give up, and just, do everything you need to do to get rid of it. All right, away from that, we're going to lighten things up here with some more accomplishments. Awarded National Ambassador in 2025. I think we know who that is. um, let's see. He's won a couple awards here. He won one tonight. We know who that is. I paid for my son's first year of college. That's awesome. Selling Avon and it helped you pay your son's first year of college. That is amazing. Congratulations to you. And earned a trip to Costa Rica. Amazing. We in fact found out about more people that went to Costa Rica. We're about to find out tonight during the ACE Awards who's going to Costa Rica as the number one. There's a couple of number one awards that are going to be earning that Costa Rica trip tonight, so don't miss out. That's coming up. But we did have some random surprise drawings of 8 ambassadors who earned Costa Rica trips just because they achieved their goals but did not finish in the top 50 or top 25 of their rankings of their tier. So they went through each tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, and did a random um, pool of names, 2 in each tier. And I know one of them, so I was just like, "Yay!" And she got the treat, and she got um, the the trip for 2. Yes, so so I was very excited for her. And then the last thing on here was I did my first vendor show, and I do want to say to that person who said that, a big congrats to you, because that is not easy when you first step out of your comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone is an accomplishment in itself. But doing your first vendor show, that's awesome, and I hope it was very successful for you. Um, and thank you for that, Ellen. I appreciate that. I see your comment there. But yes, so that's the biggest accomplishments from all of you that you've posted verbatim. Got most of those in there, and all of the good ones that I could share with you. Is that the last thing on here? It is. There should have been one more slide, but I ran out of time. And this is for the multiple choice question that I asked everybody. I said, what would you like to see Avon offer in celebration of its 140th anniversary? This was an extra question I threw in there, not as an award, but since I had the opportunity and I had all of you on a survey anyway, I wanted you to vote on this so that I could submit the results to Avon. And out of these, so these are all just things I just thought up of on a whim. $140 night rooms at Avon Connect. That one probably won't happen because they've already got everything set up for that, as you've heard earlier tonight about Avon Connect. We can start registering on Monday. And there'll be information in the buzz on how to do that. Other things I put on here, which by the way, the number one thing that people want is $1.40 shipping for customers. That would, to keep with the 140th anniversary. Uh, that is there. The second thing, the exclusive 140th anniversary Mrs. Albee figurine. Wouldn't that be awesome if we could get something like that? Just a suggestion. I'm going to throw at Avon for that. So other than the $140 night rooms at Avon Connect, $140 account credit. I mean, who doesn't want account credit? $140 gift card, 140 Avon ambassadors randomly selected for some kind of VIP prize at Connect. Um, and let's see, and then of course the least amount of votes went to the first order incentive, $140 first order incentive. I know we have first order incentives for less amounts, so I was thinking maybe the $140 one could be an actual, like, a bigger prize instead of the standard ones for the first $100 order for new reps, for new ambassadors. Sorry, um, but uh, but yeah, that's all part of what was voted on there. Just some random things I could come up with when I put the survey together with the 140 theme because it's our 140th anniversary. So we'll see. I'm going to forward it to Avon and let them take a look at it and see if they implement anything on it. And if they do, obviously they'll be the ones to decide any kind of incentive terms based off of these suggestions because that's all they are at this point, suggestions. So just thought I would throw that out there and just go over that with you to let you know um, about that. So let's see. Am I able to keep the video going uh, with let's see here. With just dropping the screen? Maybe not. I don't think so. Darn. Okay. All right. Actually, let me see. Oh no, that's just to expand it. Video. All right. Well, okay. So I do thank you for checking this out. I did want to show a couple things here on the video, but